welcome to the All
Inclusive Podcast.
And I'm your host, Shy.
And I am Gentle, a.k.a. the Overseer, b.k.a. the best to ever do it.
Okay.
What's going on? What's going on, world? Thank y'all for tuning in to episode 2 with us. Man, we super excited today, ain't we, cuz?
Super duper excited. I was just dancing in the parking lot.
Yeah, we lit. We
Real lit.
We done had a little shot.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's still Pride Month.
It's still Pride Month.
We doing the damn thing.
We definitely are. And today, right, we have some special guests, okay?
Very special.
And we're going to let Gentle take it away.
All right. Well, so we got some real special guests in the building today for our very special topic, which is sexual fluidity. Okay. Yes. Everybody say sexual fluidity. Like, but for our topic today, we got some real special people in the building with us, some people we care about, we love, and we super excited that they could join us today. And we gonna kick it off starting with the lovely Michelle, who is also my fiance. Fiance like Beyonce. Okay. So, Michelle, can you tell us a little bit about yourself, your beautiful self?
I absolutely hate that question. My name is Michelle, a.k.a. Sangria Me, b.k.a. Poised Perfection.
Okay.
Ow.
That's about it.
Okay. Respect. Okay. So, all right. Thank you for giving us that nice introduction. Now on to the wonderful
Fran. So we have Fran, who is a great friend of mine. We met 3, 4, 5, 6 years ago. And yeah, Fran, tell the people about yourself.
Hey, yo.
Hello, I'm Fran. Also known as Franny Baby. That is me.
Franny Pooh.
Franny Baby.
Thank you so much for joining us, Franny Pooh. And our last but not least, the very special Jesse is in the building. Jesse, go ahead, get a people a little in.
Give them what they want, Jesse.
That's funny. I'm Jesse.
Hey, Jesse.
You know what? Everyone used to sing that goddamn theme song to me when I was in school. Thank you. But yes, I'm Jesse. I'm here. I really don't. What else do you want to know?
You're here. You're queer. We love it.
Yeah, very much.
Respect.
Okay. All right. So, we're gonna start with a temperature check.
Real quick temperature check.
You know, your week been.
Thank you for asking that, cause it was very nice of you. You know, to check in on me. Mm-hmm. Quick temperature check. I guess I'm hot. I'm on fire. You feel me? I'm super happy to be here.
You sure it's not the liquor?
That too.
Okay.
That too. So I'm feeling really good. A lot of great things been happening this week. You know, I debuted, you know what I'm saying, moving into my office. So
super duper proud of that.
JL Dukes Financial Group is on the rise. Listen, if you need insurance, life insurance, a health insurance, car insurance, whatever, pet insurance, call your girl. You feel me? The insurance librarian. That's my damn. What they put in this drink? I forgot my name, y'all. My bad. Sorry, cuz. Go ahead. Give us your temperature check.
Great show. So I've been having a great week. Flo came, so you know, she came and just stopped all of what I thought my week was gonna be. But all in all, it's been a great week. Because guess what? The first episode of the All Inclusive Podcast, my favorite podcast, our favorite podcast. It debuted today.
First episode. Yeah. And we got some subscribers.
Yes, we got some views.
We got some views. And guess what? Yesterday's price is not today's price. Can we play that real quick?
Yesterday's price is not today's price.
Okay.
Not at all. So we moving up in the world. And we want to do a quick temperature check with our guests as well. Michelle, you want to go first, or you want us to go to Jesse first, come back to you?
My week has been going so. It started off a little rocky. My baby got me back together. I knew I was gonna hit that mic. She got me back together real quick. Y'all, I had a ginger lemonade and I was like, whoo, refresh. So yeah, my week is going good now. I just need a little refresher.
That's good. That's good. Thank you for letting us know, you know what I'm saying, how you feeling this week.
Absolutely.
All right, Franny, what about your temperature check? How you feeling? You feeling hot? You feeling cold? You feeling lukewarm? What's that?
Because I'm a Libra.
Oh, Lord.
Okay.
Come with it.
Goddamn Libras.
Come
You
with
know, they are special.
And
But,
are.
I mean, that positively and negatively.
We're
But
not
they
gonna
are
get into
special.
that. We're not gonna.
But
Get,
that's a different subject.
that's a different. That's a different podcast, right?
No,
Not a
apologies.
different podcast. A different episode.
Yes,
I
yes.
We gotta do a Zodiac episode. We gotta do a
absolutely.
Zodiac
I have
episode.
to come back to
Come
that.
through
But
with the ideas.
Yes, we gotta do
I
a
have-
Zodiac episode.
Yeah, but my week was definitely different. I had some issues and some trials, but I maintained and I'm good. So
God is
what I did.
good.
All the time.
All the time.
well,
And all the time.
All
is
the
good.
time.
and let the
God
church
is good.
say,
Amen.
well,
Okay. All right. Thank you for that, Franny. Jesse, go ahead. Give us your temperature check.
you know, my last week was not great. You know, life, honestly, is the only real answer to give to that. But then I'm starting a new job on Monday.
Yes, congratulations.
Thank God for
Round of
employment.
For the, listen, getting to the bag. We ain't never mad at that.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, cause rent is not cheap.
And
It's
it might
not.
And even
Time.
groceries.
Groceries. That part.
Groceries.
We can go on and on.
Honestly, that's a whole nother podcast.
That is.
But
He said podcast too.
what?
Oh, God.
What? I said it
Episode.
incorrectly.
Oh no.
Jesus help us.
It has
Thank
been
you
good.
for being a friend.
Oh yeah. You ever seen that meme about the black guy who was singing like a remix?
Yes.
That's what I was trying to.
It's okay.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
Okay.
It's been good.
It's been good.
Yes.
Okay.
go ahead, cuz. You got to take it away. Because, listen, we're crack jokes all day. So go ahead. Let's
Honestly.
move us into the, you know
The
what I'm
more
saying?
serious person here. Okay.
Tonight.
Tonight. Okay. So with this topic,
Damn, I burped again.
you know,
Some shit.
every episode we get a burp from her. At this point,
It's my signature thing.
it's her
Honestly,
signature.
start
Okay.
a burp counter.
So
For real. Put it at the
That's
bottom.
actually really smart. We should do a burp. What? Y'all coming with the ideas. I fucks with it.
okay. So with this topic, we're going to explore your sexual fluency. Are you sexually fluent? How do you identify? If you identify with having not saying partners like together, but just like, I mean, hey, whatever you like.
Together,
floats your boat.
separate,
Separate, however,
do your damn thing.
however you do your thing. So we're gonna start with because the audience, they know us from
they do.
last week. They know how we identify.
They do.
So we're gonna start with Jesse. Okay, Jesse, how do you identify?
I guess I would say black gay man is like if I had to give it in like a thing. Like I guess
Like-
black gay man.
Yeah, like your brief description would be
Yes.
that.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, Franny. We just automatically threw the ball to you.
It's okay.
Shit.
You gonna catch it?
I'm used to surprises, so that's what I do.
Oh, okay. I know that's right. Yeah.
Look at the Libras coming through.
Wow.
Can you repeat the question?
So, how do you identify?
Yo.
I identify as a woman.
A strong black woman.
Yes.
Well,
But in your sexual orientation, how do you identify? Or do you identify?
I mean,
I identify as Fran.
Yes.
I don't have a title. I don't have a label. I'm Fran.
Okay.
And my name is Francis. And if you look up the name, it means free.
Ooh.
Accepted me being free. So that's who I am. I'm hitting the mic like you.
I don't know. We gotta keep our hands out.
I like that, friend. And also, the people don't know that Fran really got them skills. You feel me on the mic?
Yes, she did. She definitely
She can
does.
sing.
She's actually
A poet.
yes,
Yeah,
she's a
Oh.
poet.
She's a poet.
I can't hear your snap.
Yeah,
Well, I didn't want to mess up the sound, so that's why I did it like this, because it's a visual medium also.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I love
Hate
you.
me.
Okay.
but the poetry is definitely fire from Fran. At the end of the episode, we definitely got give your handle out and everybody, you feel me, so that they can see y'all specific talents and shit. But yeah, Fran definitely a fire poet, so
Thank
you
you.
might have to drop a line on us or something. You feel me? So yeah. All
The
right,
line.
Michelle, how do you identify?
I would like to piggyback off of Fran. I do not like to identify. I don't want a label put on me. Um, I used to deal with men, and now I deal with women. I don't like when people say, "Oh, you're gonna go back to dealing with men," or, you know, no, I do me. I'm just me.
Respect.
Yes.
Definitely. So we could kind of piggyback off of what Michelle said, which is I don't like when people say that I'm going to go back to men because I'm pretty sure that, and I know for me, I've dealt with bisexual women, and that's probably been my biggest fear dealing with a bisexual woman or a woman who is free, you know. Fluent, free, however you want to cut it, slice it, deal it. That's been my biggest struggle. I didn't allow myself to love fully because I always had the fear of, oh, you're gonna be dealing with a dude if I make you upset. And one thing about me is I'm not trying to compete with a guy. Um, I know that I am a woman, and I know that not just emotionally a guy gives you something different, but sexually a guy gives you something different. I don't care how many dildos I have. I don't care how good my head is. A guy
Strap-ons
just
on deck.
okay.
What color?
Whatever color you like.
He can have whatever. Well, Ti not paying us, so um, but that was my biggest fear in dealing with a bisexual woman, or I've dealt with more than one bisexual woman, but that was like my like blockage there.
Can I ask, what is it with the fear or the uncomfortability
There you go, baby.
You better speak.
with a bisexual or a lesbian woman wanting to deal with men and women? Like, I want to know, and this has always been a question for me. I hope, can I go ahead?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, okay.
Do your thing, 21.
We
why
talk that
is
shit
it-
here.
This is
Why
a very
is it
safe
that,
environment.
Studs, doms, whichever term you want to use, they have an issue with a woman going back and forth. Now, I know I can give my reason on why I would feel away, but I just want to know, like, what is the big deal? For me, I would just say, as far as like STDs and all of that, nobody wants to have that back and forth, especially if you don't even know who the guy is. I get it on that aspect, but what else is it?
I mean, you can get STDs from a girl. Too.
Absolutely.
I mean, so that ain't, that's not, I wouldn't say for me, that's not the main concern. I think, and piggybacking off of what Sha
Oh, I'm
said,
going piggyback.
piggybacking off of that, you feel me? It's like, you know what I'm saying? I think like the issue within like the community that I'm sure a lot of dumb studs, you know what I'm saying, people, masculine and center women, and even I guess lesbian femmes, if they dealing with a woman who has dealt with men before or recently dealt with men, the fear is like, okay, you just been with me for, I don't know, is this a default or is it stability or is it, you know what I'm saying, you just got tired of dudes or they was breaking your heart and now you over here on our side of the fence, because we don't want none of them psychodykes.
Right,
Real
absolutely.
shit. So if you still fucking with dudes, I mean, the fear is that, like, you know what I'm saying, you gonna go back to a dude, and I mean, honestly, we're not men, so it's like you might still be seeking, I don't know, whatever a man can provide, which we don't know because we're not men. So I guess that might be the fear or the hang up with, if you know what I'm saying, if you
So
would
what
say.
difference does it make? If I'm with you, I'm with you.
That's very true. So I'm gonna answer your question, your first question, and then I'm gonna make a comment to the if I'm with you, I'm with you.
Then I want to go after if I'm with you, then I'm with you.
Okay. So for me, when my body count is low, and the reason my body count is low because I literally feel like when I lay down with a person, a woman, because I'm not laying down with a man, but when I lay down with a woman, it's so emotional, it's so spiritual, it's so like deep for me. So it's like, and I literally consider myself responsible for your life when I lay down with you. So when you want to,
That's a heavy burden to take on.
I was getting ready to say the
I'm
same
sorry,
thing. That's
cause
a lot
but
to
I respect
put
it though, but that's
into
heavy.
that.
but I'm a heavy person.
You are.
You know that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and with you being a heavy
but
person, you need somebody to match your energy of being a heavy person. But let's go on.
yeah.
So with me, with me being, damn.
I'm sorry.
Whew, we take a drink on that, okay? All right. So, with me laying down with that woman, it's like when we get back up and then you be like, "Oh, you know what? I want to be with a man." Well, go be with that man. But it limits me on loving you or giving myself to you because there's so many dimensions of me that you're not gonna get in the very beginning. And everybody can say that, but I'm just speaking for myself. There's so many levels and dimensions of me that I just don't want to get hurt. Now, I'm gonna say this. That was my late 20-year-old self. My 33-year-old self wouldn't have an issue with being with a woman who previously dealt with a man. But I had to go to therapy, deal with my inner issues, deal with my childhood traumas, adult traumas. And now I wouldn't have that problem because if I'm locked in with a person, I know the type of love that I give. I'm only going to connect to a person that's going to give me that type of love also.
Respect. And Fran, we want to hear from you too because I mean, you already said in the beginning of the episode that, you know what I'm saying, that you don't necessarily limit yourself. You're free, right? So what does that look like?
If we locked in, ain't no switching.
For real
Okay.
though.
But for me, it took some time with myself to accept that I'm a free person. You know, I never accepted that. So that's why I put limits on myself. But then it was like I realized I don't like being in a box. Don't say I'm this, don't say I'm that. Like I'm just me. So once I accepted me, I'm like, okay, I can accept the things that I like or what I don't like. And now I can change things if I want to change them. So with me, if I'm with you, then I am with you. That is my motto. It doesn't matter who you are because I more so identify with the personality of a person. I've never been into looks of a person. It's been the personality for
Or
me.
genitalia.
No,
Right.
just your personality. So if your personality catches me, then you got me.
Yeah.
So
I feel
like
like me and you
Pokemon,
are
when you
like
catch
near and
me,
near.
Yeah, that's
you better hold on.
The air signs is over there having a motherfucking
because I
connection.
feel like
Aquarius, Libra. Oh my
I
God.
feel like Fran gets the question that I'm asking, and no shade, but I feel like the question still is unanswered by you guys because I still don't understand why masculine of center
Yes.
women have an issue with women who previously dealt with men. To me, it sounds like an insecurity. Because like we said, if I'm with you, I'm with you. That's it. That's all.
Yeah, I
So
guess it's a trust thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we don't want to leave Jesse out.
Yeah.
So
Well.
Jesse, I mean, and listen, you in here with 4 vaginas, okay?
Baby.
Yeah, I mean, besides the producer, I mean, you the only penis on the podcast right now. So I'm
Absolutely.
just saying, like, you know, before we jump back in, do you feel that you're sexually fluid, or you just, you know what I'm saying, you only deal with one gender? You know what I'm saying? Have you ever been attracted to the opposite sex, or to maybe a person that's non-binary or transgender? I mean, what's up with that?
That I feel like that answer can be so nuanced for like every person. I mean, look at the conversation that just erupted.
Yeah.
Nah, I done hit the mic. But look at the conversation that just erupted. So it can be nuanced. For me personally, I identify as a gay man, so I'm attracted to men. Now, whatever the aesthetic of man it is, doesn't, I guess, will matter to me. Um, I put it like this: if you identify as a man, there's a possibility that I may be attracted to you,
Okay.
but it's also physically. I hate to put it down to the bare bones, but just to put a point, like physically, maybe not. So I put it like this: if pick your most hottest male celebrity, if they had a vagina, yes, that would not deter me from pursuing that person.
Okay.
But someone who is a trans woman in the same sense of male to female, that would not interest me just because uh, picture the famous female woman and to say they had a penis. That doesn't that doesn't please me sexually.
Yeah, like aesthetically, it's not working.
It's not.
for you.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean, I can appreciate
The beauty.
the beauty, but as far as like pursuing anything beyond a platonic friendship, for me, no, that would not be.
Respect.
Definitely respectful.
I love the, you know what I'm saying, the conversation right now, because I think, you know, people, and we was talking about before, people just put you in a box because you're gay, or you're like an effeminate man, you know what I'm
Yes.
saying, or you're a masculine of center woman, or you a femme. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't gonna lie, people think just because we're on the LGBTQ spectrum that we don't have bias or prejudice against each other. And honestly,
Absolutely.
it's a real thing.
It's a
You know what I'm
real
saying?
thing. It's like we're a marginalized group.
Yeah.
Inside of a marginalized group.
Yes.
Inside of a marginalized group.
Yes.
And it's like we never really get to live completely free. And this is for another episode, but I am going to say this because it's definitely needed. When people say you chose this lifestyle, it really like infuriates me because it's like we talked about on the first episode how you and I both had feelings of what we were attracted to, which were, for me it was a woman. You liked women too. That was your first interaction of attraction. And
I did have a boyfriend though. Don't get it fucked up.
okay, yes.
Okay.
But hold up,
years and
just a
a half.
segue. Both of my ex-boyfriends, and y'all know who y'all are, they posted and was like, man, as your first boyfriend, I just want to speak my piece. I'm like, look at you, wanting to get your little 5 minutes of fame.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Fame has gone.
some people may say I chose this life, but for me, I can honestly say like I organically love women. Organically. So, that's just something to throw out there, you know. Just watch your words because you may think that you're saying something that is right for you, but it's not right for that person that's living it and that is battling not because they battling all these demons, but they are battling the outside world, you know, opinion or their family's opinion or something like that. Like watch your words. Watch how you treat people.
And also, I mean, just being a part of the LGBTQ community does not. So, for instance, I mean, I identify as pansexual, but majority lesbian, right? We talked about that before. But I don't know the experiences of a gay man. I don't know the experiences of a transgender person. So because they group us under this umbrella, it's like, you know what I'm saying? They a lot of times, and we gonna talk about the fair file in a minute, but a lot of times people think that, you know, you gay. Well, can you tell me about transgender? I don't know. Like, you gotta talk to a person who is living that lifestyle, and of course do it tactfully and respectfully, you know what I'm saying, because motherfuckers don't want to answer your fucking questions about their sexuality, like, you know what I'm saying. And I mean, that's a part of the fair file, but I'm just saying, like, also within the LGBTQ plus community, we also have prejudice against each other.
Yes.
Race, like gay men, white gay men, black gay men, Latino gay men, they might not even want to deal with, you know what I mean, certain races. So it's a lot of intersectionality there.
Yes.
And it's so much to the spectrum. Like, that's why I call it a spectrum, because like we just said, it's fluid, it's a spectrum, and people really got to understand that. Like, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, we appreciate y'all. But I do want to just, for the fair file, right? So the question is, fair file, you being a person on the LGBTQ spectrum, right? Because we're not putting labels on everybody. But is it fair or is it foul for somebody who is not a part of the LGBTQ community, so like a heterosexual person, to ask you questions of wanting you to educate them about what it means to be LGBTQ? Who want to answer that?
I'll start.
Go ahead.
Thank you.
I think it's all about intention. So anybody can speak up about anything. That's the beauty of America, right? You have freedom of speech. You can say whatever you want to say. But saying things does not absolve you of criticism or approach. So if you say something that I don't like or that I disagree with, I'm well within my right to respond to said thing. Especially if it's directed towards me personally. But even if it's directed towards a community of mine, I will say something. So, like, when you say transgender, so I had a friend, and they had a transgender coworker come in, a transgender woman come in and be like a manager or something. And that friend was talking to me, knowing fully well that I was a gay man, and thought that like maybe I wouldn't defend. I don't know really what her thought was, but the point is that she expressed some very like disparaging things about having to identify this person as a she. Well, she is she, but having to change the pronouns when they originally met this person as identifying as a man. And I corrected that, but I think that's also just GP kind of stuff too. It's like when you identify personally and within the community, I think there is some type of, for lack of a better word, responsibility to defend said community.
That's very true.
That's good. That's
very true.
I'm not telling you to weigh anybody's burdens. You rectify everybody individually, but I think also it's very specific with the black community. If you black, there is a level of respect that you're going to get from me that may not be, and I hate to put it in this way because all people are judged individually, but if you're black, there's a level of comfortability and, that I'm going to have with you versus other races. So I think that's my point.
Yeah, it's not racism. It's cultural like acceptance or comfortability.
Comfortability.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I get what you're saying. So what about y'all? Fair file. Can a straight person ask you questions about your sexuality? I mean, or do you want them to go somewhere and read a book and don't ask you shit? Like, nigga, you know what I'm saying? For lack of a better term, sorry y'all. But I'm saying, do you tell them go fuck off? Like, don't ask me about my sexuality. It's not my job to educate you.
I don't mind. I definitely will let a person know, like, I'm not sure of that answer, but I can definitely find out for you and get back to you. Because I would definitely want a person to know the correct answer versus me trying to come up with it on my own and now I'm offending someone.
What about you personally? Can somebody ask you personally about how you identify in your sexual fluidity Like, can they ask you in-depth questions like, girl, do you use a strap-on? Then what did it?
Oh, definitely. I don't mind answering questions like that. As long as you're not being shady. And I feel like I have come across a couple of shady boots people, and I do correct them and I do let them know that, that was disrespectful. I mean, it may not be disrespectful to you. For example, I don't like people calling me a dyke. I don't, that might be cool back in the 90s, but now it's just like that's not who I am. So
That's derogatory.
definitely.
Your bull dagger.
Yeah, they call us bull daggers.
Yeah.
You dyke. That's the people' favorite motherfucking slur that come up with when they, you know what I'm saying, in a confrontation. And let me know, Jesse, I don't know if I can say the F word.
If I'm being like politically correct, I would say no.
Okay.
Because I know you. You can't.
I'm not going to say it because I don't want to offend anybody else.
Yeah.
I
But
can
you
say
guys know
dyke because people have called me that.
You guys know the F word that she was referring to.
They know.
Yeah.
They know.
They know.
They know. Okay.
It's just like if a white person call you a nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, white people can't say the N-word.
And if you black, white, Asian, blue, brown, I don't give a damn. Don't call me no motherfucking dyke. Okay.
Hate it.
Or bull dagger because that shit is offensive. But people do that, like you were saying, to be shady. And then they try to play it off like, oh, girl, I was playing. Girl.
Exactly.
Why you taking it like that?
Right.
Like, bitch, stop playing with me.
They gaslight you to think that it's
That is okay.
Yeah.
It's definitely not.
Like you can't get offended. My rule of thumb is if the word does not belong to a community that you are a part of, don't fucking say it. I mean, that's really at the end of the day. If you're not gay, don't say that word.
Right.
If you're not a lesbian, don't say the D word. And if you're not black, don't say the N word. I mean, that's very clear.
Very simple.
But people feel like they can say it. And at the end of the day, you can say whatever you want out of your mouth. But just know that the consequence, that doesn't absolve you of the consequences.
Facts.
So if I'm black and you are
will
white
get cussed
and you
out.
say the N-word, you will get cussed out.
Cuss the fuck out.
Yes.
Okay.
And something we may fight.
Yeah.
We may, depending.
Franny, what about you? I mean, can people ask you those questions about you personally or about the community? Or do you tell them, get the fuck out my face?
Don't ask me nothing. It's like, no.
I was about to say respect.
She not playing.
On a more serious note, I'm like this. You have so many people out here that's curious. And they'll sit up here and they'll say, I have never in my life thought about. I'm not even going to tell you to stop lying because you don't know what you thought about when you was 2 or 3 years old.
Right.
If your mind can go back there, congratulations, because mine can't. I can go back to when I was about maybe 5 or 6. But 2,
Yeah, that's good.
that is wonderful. I commend you. You are a special kind. But I don't mind people asking me questions. You can ask me whatever you want. But if you start debating me, I'm going to give you something that you're going to even question me about more. I'm going to tell you the word of God is not debated. And you're going to look at me like, what? Because you're talking to me about who I am, but you're being ignorant and you're being nasty and you're trying to, scorn me on who I am. And it's just like, if we're discussing the word of God and you're like, well, God said this and he said that, I'm going to sit back and I'm going to be like, his word is not debated. So I'm going to just sit back. I don't like people being ignorant to me, and I will shut you down with that. And it will have you looking at me like, why would she say something like that? Because I'm Fran. So before you asked me that question, you should have really thought about it. But ask me questions. I'm going to give you some things like tonight.
Right. I feel you.
I also think that, just because you ask a question to someone, that person is not obligated to answer it.
Yes.
Not at all.
Okay.
Yes.
Not at
I
all.
could tell you to go fuck yourself. I'm not obligated to answer your question. Everything is in context. Everything is in the intention that you are feeling in that moment whenever the question is asked. So if you ask it and I don't want to answer it, what should happen after that is you respect the boundary that I'm making by not answering this question because for whatever reason, I don't want to answer it. Now, you may feel like it's because I'm avoiding something, and if that is what you feel, well, baby girl, baby boy, whoever, like, you're gonna have to deal with that. I'm not answering the question. So then you need to just disengage and from me. That's if you need the answer and I'm not giving it to you, you need to disengage.
Yes.
Facts.
Yes.
Not go to negative stereotypes or it getting ugly.
Right.
So, cuz, can you answer that question? Are you okay with? I mean, clearly we're on a podcast. So, no.
I mean, no, I can. I mean, my thoughts on it is this: like, I don't know what it is, but I will answer a woman's questions all day long, cisgender, straight, gay. I don't care, girl. You can ask me some questions. But it's something about when a straight man asks me something about being gay that really ticks me the fuck off.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it is, but I always feel like there's a hint of like negative, like some negative connotation behind the questions. I feel like you probing me so you can judge me, or like they'll ask you a question and
What's the
then
ego thing?
Yeah. or say, I
yeah,
can
like
turn
they
you
try to
around.
figure out like bro, like what's the goal here? You know what I'm saying? And guess what? I have male friends that never ask me any questions because they just like, yo, I love you for you. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to know about what you know what I'm saying, you doing in your bedroom with your fiance. That ain't my business. And those are the people that I'd be like, all right, bro, I respect that. But I feel like it's some dudes that be like, well, I mean, what you be doing to it? And I mean, how, what make y'all gay? And if you don't like men, then why you dress like a man? Like, nigga, I don't gotta answer that shit.
Right.
Fuck
right,
you. Like, real talk. I'm just being real. But I don't know, cuz women can ask me all day to answer the question. Men, fuck off.
Honestly,
And that's that. Okay. So I'm a end the question. Okay.
Go ahead.
The fair file. I always say like I'm an open book, and the reason why I say that is because
I'm sorry, y'all. I slurped the shit out that drink.
you did.
It
I was
was
going
good
to ignore
too,
it.
but all right. I don't know.
the reason I say that is because some people just need to be educated. Now, on the other end, I do feel like because of the way that I dress, like men come to me aggressively and they're like, "Oh, what is this and what is that?" and da 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 da. And because I've dealt with women that not only was bisexual, but I've also dealt with women who have children, of course, with men. It's like they come to me kind of, and it's like, no, dude, like, actually, I want you to get your kid because I would like to be with the person that I love.
With your baby mother.
A
I
long
do.
time.
I would like to be with your baby mother.
All right.
Okay, listen, but no,
She can call me daddy because I am a motherfucker.
but
Well-
at the same time, I have like my personality is like an educator. So like, I am my daddy's child, and my daddy is a bishop. He's a preacher, and so I do like to educate, and it's all in, like everybody has pretty much said, how you come at me. If you come at me aggressive or rude, even as a woman, like if you come at me in a sense of like you are being disrespectful, or you, it seems like you're putting me down, because to be honest, I've had more women come to me and say, oh, you want to be a man, you know, why don't you do this, that, and the third? Or you really just want to be like, now you want to be the girl. And it's just like,
Expectations.
exactly. And to be like, I'm going a little deep, but to be honest, like when I interacted with some women, it made me so uncomfortable to want to be around women. Not because I'm like in this I don't like women type thing, but because they had this expectation of who a woman is. And I'm very much so a woman. Very much so. Okay? So, and I didn't have to do all that, but that's just who I am.
Give it.
Okay? I always say,
Bad bitch.
in baggy clothes.
Okay, you close your skin, all right?
So for me, it's like I'm okay with answering questions, but just don't come with me on no fuck shit.
Right.
Period.
And I mean, I'm sorry. Before we segue into another, you know what I'm saying, conversation, did you want to say something real quick? Or I thought I heard somebody.
I said,
I'm hearing voices. There's something in this shit, y'all.
No. I think
Something in this
I did
shit.
want to kind of, I'll keep it brief, but respond to that. I think the same dichotomy happens in gay male relationships. The thing of having to feel like you have to like people judging you based off of what you wear or how your mannerisms. If my this is the telltale sign of like somebody being gay.
Yeah.
It's just doing a limp wrist. Or if I painted my nails, like we in Baltimore, Maryland. Like if I walked down the street in a crop top, booty shorts, and like heels on North Avenue, like
you fresh meat.
baby,
Catch
like
me at Pride. I'm gonna be in a crop top.
baby, the
And you were.
the
Yes, I
homophobia
was.
that will be homophobia.
Yes. And you could literally be in danger.
Yes.
Like
Danger, like literal danger. But
not the danger
also,
like mystical. We talking about real
like-
danger, y'all.
like
Yeah.
But for real.
news at 11 type of danger. But even in that, the power that I think that, and that I've experienced in the LGBTQ plus community is that we have a resilience. Even though we know the danger, we will still do it anyway. Because nigga, you will not tell me that I can't be who the fuck I am. Once you done went through your whole struggle and trying to come out, and now that you are accepted in your fullness,
Yes.
and you showed up that, no, you will not tell me that. And just because a nigga is wearing a crop top, heels, nails, whatever you perceive as feminine or gay, whatever that is,
He's still a man.
they will fuck you up.
They will fuck you all the way
Baby!
up.
And
done
I've seen it.
some gay men
Baby!
beat the shit out of some straight men. Like
Baby!
like the real kind.
Like,
Okay.
like, oh, you thought you were hard? Because you fuck vagina? You think that give you a superpower?
Right.
What?
Because this is a person who always has to fight, so they know how to fight. You know what I'm saying?
What?
So don't fucking play. They
Yeah,
be
like-
digging your ass.
Quickly. And honestly could even eviscerate you before you even lay a hand on you. Because there is, I think, a special, and then we can move on to your next subject. I think there's even a special kind of vibe to the LGBTQ plus community with our verbiage and the way that we talk. We have a certain vernacular. We have a certain way of talking. I think that's a different subject, but shade, reading, the way we can kind of, I think it's fair to say, really clock someone very quickly and kind of
Right.
pinpoint if you try me and I need to like let you know what it is really quickly. I can. I think that's a skill. I'm not saying that straight people don't have it. They have. But I think it's something that was definitely born in the
Yeah.
LGBT.
We have to
community.
have that.
I think so.
We have to have that.
So I kind of had a question.
Okay.
And it's a little juicy.
And I don't want to cut you off, but we did have like a little current event thing.
Okay.
So, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We wanted to get everybody's opinions on the current event, but I definitely want you to go ahead and make your point.
Okay. So out of y'all, for the women being Fran and Michelle, could you like go deep in or you don't even have to go deep, it could be surface level. Do you feel like you got something different, and what was different from your relationship with being, I'm not going, sexually fluent, you know?
Being with a man versus
As a
being with a
woman.
woman.
I
Yeah.
could definitely answer that question.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna say
Because we want to know.
Yeah. We want to know.
I'm gonna
Cries
say
and whines, want to know.
I'm gonna say dealing with a man or dealing with men, the intimacy, it's like it has to be worked for. Like you got to do so much to make a moment, an intimate moment with a man. But being with a woman, it's like
Ow.
souls
Look at that,
start
cuz.
intertwining.
She talk about us, y'all. That's my baby. You feel me? You know how much used to say to Gina, you go, girl. That's my baby.
It's definitely the intimacy with women is like untouched, unmatched.
Top tier.
A man can't. Definitely, women know how to do it and when to do it and how long to do it for.
Amen.
Okay.
Wrap the motherfucking podcast up. She just
Okay.
motherfucking dropped the bomb.
Well.
Can we drop a bomb? Do we got a bomb? We don't got no bomb. Well, let's blow the motherfucking home. I'll take the gunshots. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
She killed them with the comment. You feel me?
Okay.
Go ahead, Frank.
So, it's definitely a difference, with dealing with a man and dealing with a woman. So, with me predominantly dealing with men, and I have dealt with women also, but not many women. But my main attraction has always been to women. It has. But I've been attracted to men too, and that's how my sexuality started off with men.
Mm-hmm.
I always felt like I had something to prove, and that kind of irritated me, and like I don't like that you think you're about to just stick it in, boom, that's
Please don't.
no, sir. Like
You got to warm that motherfucker
yeah, like
up.
like I need
Gotta lick it.
I need the physical touch,
Yeah, Nicki Minaj said,
yeah.
get it wet for him
So-
first. Motherfucker.
But I've come to like the realization with myself that I'm not going to say all men, but men who are not in touch with themselves. And when you say things like that, they go right to, well, I ain't no soft ass motherfucker. Like, what? What are you talking about?
That's confusing.
If you're with the person you're with, it's called love. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I haven't met a man there yet. You know what I'm saying? And probably never will. And that's fine with me because I've realized that now. But I realized that a lot of men are not in touch with that side of themselves. So they don't even know how to caress and love you properly, and that right there, that's an issue. It is. That's an issue in the community. And so it goes back into men saying, well, why you want to deal with a woman? Because of things like this. Like me, I don't even care who see this.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm big on intimacy. And I don't have to be intimate. Like I need something different. Like I need the touch, I need the love, I need for you to show me that you're into me because I'm gonna give all of that to you and more. So I can't give you all of that if you're not giving it to me. She not even gonna purr if you ain't talking to her. So
Baby.
Talk that shit.
bye.
Kitty.
So
All righty.
so with me, I can say a lot of men they're going to be upset, but I don't care.
Fuck them, girl.
I've
Fuck 'em.
had my greatest
I mean,
moment.
they could be. They get on my nerves. Too. But
I've had my greatest moment with a woman, and I can say that firmly because we know what we like, and that's the best part.
Mm-hmm.
Not having to explain to you what I like because you already know it. I mean, it's nothing with, teaching a person, but is a person moldable?
Right.
And when people start talking moldable, they like, oh, so you trying to turn me into this? Here go the mic. You trying to turn me into this type of person? No. But I'm coming at you and I'm showing you what I like and how I like it, and you accept it.
Well, you don't.
Only
I'm
a
out.
woman has accepted that. But a man, it's like his ego is like, I know what I'm doing. You don't.
Right.
No.
You do not take your fingers and like,
Please
no,
don't.
stop. Don't do that to me.
Yo, I am crying at the visual.
baby,
Yo,
I was like, okay.
that's a real shit though.
I did not
because
know
Do
that.
not
mean-
bite me.
That's a real.
So-
We can only respect it. You feel me? So I mean, I was going to ask y'all what y'all preference was out of the two, but it's very clear.
Very, very clear.
Very motherfucking
And we
clear.
thank you.
And this ain't no slight to the men, like, you know what I'm saying? just step your motherfucking game up and shit.
Step
Not
your
saying
game
that
up.
all men don't please women, because it's definitely some men who take their time and really want to please their woman, but the majority of y'all is some fuck niggas. And I'm speaking from I'm not a 5-star lesbian, I'm a 4-star. So I did have sex with a man one time. It lasted 2 minutes and I felt like he was playing jump rope on me, and never again. Fuck that shit. But I'm just saying, like, women don't want to experience that. You know what I'm saying? We want to be, you know what I mean?
You want to be caressed as a woman.
Yeah,
And I'm going to say that as
creatures.
as a stud and a touch me right now. I want to be caressed. Caress me, baby. Touch on me, feel on me, suck on me, touch on me, all that.
More plainly, lick that cat.
Absolutely.
Hold on. You know what?
This podcast is not for children.
It's
Hide
not.
your kids and hide your wife.
yes,
Because this ain't it.
Baby, I don't know if this could be 18 plus. This could be 21.
21.
Baby.
30 and over.
This is 20.
Okay.
Honestly, it may need to be 30. Y'all can still listen. But,
Flashback.
baby.
You know.
Flashback.
When I
Whoa.
yes, when I'm, when I find myself being wrong about something, I will correct myself. I can say, out of my almost 37 years,
Okay, come with
Telling her age. Okay.
Yeah, she been
Almost 37.
Definitely.
Almost 37.
said almost.
Almost.
Oh,
I can say there has been one man who did take his time to understand me and my body.
What was the sign?
Yeah. Huh?
What was the sign?
I don't want to put his sign out
Go
there.
ahead, put it out there.
I mean, just a sign.
Yeah, because this
Fine.
is, I mean,
Because
Was
I
he
can
a
agree with
Capricorn?
you.
just drop
'Cause
the
I know how
bomb.
Capricorns are.
Oh, is it a Capricorn?
It was a Capricorn.
Oh, baby. Those Capricorns are lethal.
And when
That's
I
sad.
say,
No, he
Because
was
I'm
a
a
Leo.
Capricorn.
yeah.
Oh,
but
I
when
know.
Oh, those
say-
Cap-
Yeah,
Excuse the
absolutely.
fuck out of me.
Okay.
But it was
Hey,
a
those
difference
Capricorns
there,
are lethal.
yeah. Because when I say, like, took his time,
They
it
got some
wasn't
bullshit, though.
abso-fucking-lutely.
Those Capricorns got some
He took his time to get to
No
know.
bullshit.
Yeah, even though we knew each other, he took his time to get to know the adult me. He didn't rush anything, and it wasn't like, I'm trying to get with you. I didn't feel used about anything, and we didn't even have sex a lot, to be honest. And it was just the point that he wanted to know me, and he wanted to talk.
Took
to
his
me.
time.
Yeah, but we both crazy, so.
It ain't work. Women, we got another podcast episode about, listen, it ain't all peaches and cream on the side.
It's not.
Definitely.
Because 2 bitches is crazy as shit.
Hell.
Hormones.
Especially when me and my baby is on our PMS
That's
time at
no
the
one's
same time.
business.
Listen.
We be ready. Yow,
Yeah.
You feel me? So yeah, but I wanted to segue into our current events,
Yes.
right? Just a real quick, because I mean we almost, you know what I'm saying, up out of here. But speaking on what you were saying and what we was talking about men maybe sometimes not being able to read the motherfucking room, right? And maybe, you know what I'm saying, doing something that they think is right at the moment with a woman, but not so much. More recently, which I'm sure everybody on social media is talking about this, and we gotta, you know what I'm saying, talk about these current events because it's important, and it keep us up to date. But the situation with YK Osiris and Suki Hana, have y'all heard about that?
Mm-hmm.
So
I
Yeah,
haven't,
I'm old.
but I love Suki.
I love Suki with the good coochie.
Now, I know who Sukiana is, and honestly, I'm so gay. The only reason that I probably really know much about her is because a contestant on RuPaul's Drag Race just played her in
Okay.
the Snatch game. So that's how gay I am. So therefore, I don't know. See, okay, she got good coochie from apparently.
Suki with the good coochie. So
I mean,
let me just give y'all a little, you know what I'm saying, brief synopsis on what happened. So they were at like some type of public interview doing something, you know what I'm saying, for a social event. And Suki Hana and YK Osiris had just met each other for the first time.
Yes.
However, you know what I'm saying, I guess maybe he was attracted to her and she was giving him some flirty vibes, right? And you know what I'm saying, he, I guess,
Grabbed her face and kissed her in
Kissed
the
her.
mouth.
that is
Yeah.
exactly what happened.
And
First he
that's
kissed
it.
her
Not
on the
once,
cheek,
not
and
twice.
then he grabbed her, like, you know what I'm saying,
Right.
kind of like forcefully kissing her. And when we was, I mean, you know, we talking about straight people now. We talk about y'all just as much as y'all talk about us, okay?
Y'all get a little segment.
Because they talk about us a whole lot. But the point being is, like, when it comes to boundaries, whether it's female, male, whoever, I mean, what's your take on that? Like, do you feel like people sometimes, I don't know, I ain't never met a woman who ain't read the room properly, but I know plenty of women who done told me that a dude they was with came at them aggressively and they didn't like it.
Yeah.
So what's y'all thoughts about that situation?
I'm gonna say, considering Suki's personality, it definitely may come off to a man that she's okay with what happened, or I can push my luck just a little bit to see how far she's gonna let me go. But that does not mean that because this is how I personify myself to the world that gives you a green light. So no,
Absolutely not. In your book, it was
absolutely not.
it was unwarranted and it was not okay.
No means no. That's my perspective. No means no.
And
I don't
consent is
care.
key.
Consent is
Honestly,
definitely.
consent is so fucking sexy. I don't think people understand. If you let the person that you're attracted to actually genuinely want to give you the things that you are asking for without manipulation, do you understand how much of, if you're just looking for, excuse my vulgar language because they ain't supposed to be children, if you just want a nut, you can have that. If you just
And so much more.
let them, oh my goodness, baby.
Asking is the
Okay.
sexy part.
We can go after dog later, but you can. Not having consent for someone, like, I don't want to have someone who don't want to have sex with me.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
You don't want to have sex with me, like, you know.
Or
There's
you not even just
perception,
sex, but kissing or
like
touching. Like,
intimacy.
don't touch
Like you
me.
don't want
Right.
like sex, but like I went to a extreme. But like, don't cross a boundary of. If I'm giving you flirty vibes, you could have just easily just asked me for my number,
Facts.
and we could have probably established something. But you forcefully kissing me when I didn't ask you to is a boundary that people should not cross. That's very weird.
What you think, Fran?
If I didn't say yes, don't do it.
Facts.
Plain and simple.
That's it, and that's all.
Like I know I had an ex who we would go out, and me, I'm not going to tell you things that I like and don't like. Like I just want you to like figure me out. And he like studied my body language, so he knew like if I'm out in a crowd and I would kind of tense up, he would just come over and grab my arm because he already knew, oh, she not feeling this. And within seconds, he like, you ready to go? Yes, I am. You know, so I don't like people all up on me. I don't care if, you know, not even saying we, but if I'm sitting there, I'm a big flirt anyway. You know, so I smile, I laugh, I do all of that. That does not mean come over and grab my face and kiss me. It brings me to me being at work. I'm in my car. An older staff of mine, you know, he came over to pick up some supplies, and my window was down. I had on a dress, and it was hot, so I had my dress, you know, up a little bit. You know, my thigh was out, and so he talking to me, and I'm like, yeah, you know, I'm smiling. So he's taking it as I'm flirting and I'm inviting him in. So he comes to lean in, and he says to me, "Are you single?" And as he's saying that, he puts his arm in my car and touched my leg. And I was like I tensed up, like it did something to me to the point I couldn't like hit him. Like I tensed up. It made me feel like this motherfucker about to try to take something from me. Like somebody about to die. You know, and I was like I moved his hand, like, you know.
Women
so
do
it's
it too.
like,
Yeah, that's true.
yeah,
They
I
can,
like that.
but it's a difference.
No, it's not a difference.
It's not a difference. I mean, a predator is a predator. Women, male, female, however you identify a predator is a predator. So if you're going to, you know, be aggressive, then you're going to attack in that way. But I do think men just have an unprecedented amount. They feel like amount of authority to attack a woman, or feel like a woman deserves to give them their body. It's really crazy.
It is. And we could talk about this all night long, but
Yes.
you know what? This has been a fucking excellent episode. We appreciate
Amazing.
y'all dialogue. And you know what I'm saying? We gotta go ahead and end the show because we could be talking about this shit all
All
night.
day long.
You feel me?
Yeah, after dark is gonna happen afterwards.
We gotta
okay?
do some after dark.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
gonna have
for
to
real.
do after dark.
But go ahead,
with
cuz,
that being
close us out.
said, we want to thank you guys for tuning in to the All Inclusive Podcast. You can follow us on our social media,
Facts.
which is _all_inclusive_podcast. That's our IG. Or you can subscribe, like, comment, and view our first episode on YouTube, which is All Inclusive Podcast.
And then
Okay.
watch this one, obviously, because we had the second episode. But yeah, watch all of them.
Run
watch
it
the
up,
shorts.
run it up.
Yeah, run the money up.
All of it. With that being said,
We out.
Out.